There's a good deal of speculation going on at the moment that Nicola Sturgeon may be about to resign from the SNP itself over all these allegations. And this new leaked video has appeared where she seems to be telling people to back away from investigating the finances of the party. This was some time ago, but the dodgy goings-on in the finances of the party seem to have happened some time ago. Ian Blackford says there's no reason to suspend Nicola Sturgeon, and Nicola Sturgeon has made plans not to attend the Parliament in Scotland in person. She's going to do so on some sort of video link. But this line, to be very careful about suggesting the SNP had financial problems. It's an extraordinary thing to say. When you listen to it, it all sounds sort of reasonable until you think, there's an edge here. Listen to it.
For 20 years or so, I've been on this body when the party has frankly been teetering on the edge of bankruptcy. The party's never been in a stronger financial position than it is right now, and that's a reflection of our strength and our membership. So just a bit of context for us all to remember. Secondly, I'm not going to get into the details. That's for Douglas. That's what he's elected to do. And of course, this body is the governing body of the party. But, just be very careful, all of us, about suggestions that there are problems with the party's finances, because we depend on donors to donate. There are no reasons for people to be concerned about the party's finances, and all of us need to be careful about not suggesting that there is. And lastly, we've got to be careful as an NEC. We don't reap what we sow. If we have leaks from this body, as I said earlier on, it limits the ability for open, free and frank discussion. This body and this is the governing body of the party with the responsibility to pass a budget. And so in all the years I've been on it, there has been good quality, detailed financial information given by national treasurers, and that's how it should be. But if there are leaks, as with everything else, that gets more difficult to do. So everybody has to be very clear about that. And, if I was a betting person, and just to be clear, Alison, this is not directed at you in any way, shape or form, but if I was a betting person, I would bet we'll see the statement that's just been read out in public this afternoon. So I hope I'm wrong about that, and it might do a great benefit for the confidence we all have in the discussions we can have in this NEC if I am proved wrong about that. And
so there you are. There's leaked footage from the SNP NEC meeting in March 2021, which shows Ms Sturgeon telling others to be very careful about suggesting there were any problems with the party accounts. And when we now learn there are problems with the party accounts, it sounds odd, doesn't it? It sounds disturbing. She blocked plans also to hire a fundraising manager for the party when she was leader and first minister, despite concerns about transparency. That's in leaked emails to Scotland's Sunday Mail. There are now calls from Scotland's Labour leader that Mr Youssef should suspend Sturgeon and her husband, Peter Murrell, while police inquiries continue. And after all, that's what she demanded of others who were under police inquiries, that people were suspended and didn't attend the Parliament while there were these inquiries. This bombshell, says the Labour leader, this bombshell revelation goes to show just how central Nicola Sturgeon was to the secrecy and culture of cover-up that festered within the SNP. I'm not so sure that's true, but certainly there are questions that need answering, and those questions need to be answered with some sort of distance, some sort of, everybody looks at Nicola Sturgeon as this former leader. Maybe she needs to be, that needs to be put to one side. It's very difficult to think of Nicola Sturgeon as anything other than the former First Minister. And, whether there is idle speculation because of her role as former First Minister, that idle speculation will continue. The only thing to do, I would have suggested, is for her to pull back and for her to step down from the SNP while this investigation is ongoing. And that also gives Holmes a space to set up his own shop, to be his own man. Because this cloud is going to hover around whatever he does while Nicola Sturgeon is there. It's very sad that there's a sort of repetition of all the sort of legal wrangling which went on around Alex Salmond. And I hope this isn't a pattern which is simply